What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 9 team builder for the PTL or the Pokemon Tri-League. This week we are taking on the HungryBidoof and his Anjo Absols. This team consists of Landorus, Therian, Zeezer, Skarmory, Arcanine, Chansey, Toxapex, Aromatisse, Quagsire, Mega Absol, Decidueye User, Wobbuffet, Dusclops, and Flygon. His priority options in Arcanine with Extreme Speed, Mega Absol with Sucker Punch, Decidueye with Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak, and I think Dusclops gets Shadow Sneak. Setting options in Landorus with Stealth Rocks, Chansey with Stealth Rocks, Toxapex with Toxic Spikes, and Skarmory with Rocks and Spikes. Removal options in Lando with Defog, Skarm with Defog, Decidueye with Defog, and Flygon with Defog. And then 4 times weaknesses in Lando to Ice, Quagsire to Grass, and Flygon to Ice. I actually wrote Quagsire to Green, which is really hilarious because that's supposed to be Grass. Grass, there we go. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit sick. Well, not a little bit, I'm a lot sick, but I don't miss recordings, so that's what you got going on here. In terms of what I'm expecting him to bring, anything but Chansey and Dusclops. Chansey makes no sense. Normal types are really bad against my team. I have dual fighting. If he does bring Chansey, it's 100% going to have Protect. I would definitely expect Dusclops, Wobbuffet over that for sure. Although Dusclops I'm not really expecting either. Excuse me. Seems like setup bait for Mimikyu to me, but what do I know? Lando's a problem, Skarmory's a problem, Quagsire's a problem, Pex is a problem, Aromatisse is a really big problem. I have horrific times killing fairies so far, and I'm going to look into free agency for that because it's just such an issue for my team. So there you go. First up on my side is Mega Latios, Calm Mind, Refresh, Roost, Psyshock. Should just be able to 1v1. Like if Chansey comes with Toxic, it should just be a pretty easy 1v1 there. Obviously Toxic isn't really affecting me. I can set up on a lot of stuff. If he brings Whirlwind Skarmory, it's a problem, and I think he would. I also think he's going to bring Quagsire, and the main reason I think that is because my whole team has so much setup on it. Why would you not just bring Unaware Quagsire to shut it all down? I don't have a good grass type either, so yeah, hard to say. Enough speed on the Latios for Flygon, and then max HP, a little bit of special attack investments. Mono Psyshock just hits his team really well, bar the Absol, so I gotta watch out for Absol, obviously, because I don't have an attacking move for it. I'm bringing Choice Banded Mamoswine with Rocks, Earthquake, Ice Shard, Knockoff. Ice Shard's only there for the Lando. Earthquake is going to be a little bit better. Or, sorry, it's for the Lando and the Flygon. Both of them are 4 times weak to Ice. Excuse me, Knockoff gets rid of some key items of Violite on Chansey and Dusclops. Anything on Decidueye really, and Earthquake is hopefully reasonably spammable later on into the game. Max HP, Max Attack, Adamant, pretty easy set there. Slowking, I'm bringing a leftover set. This is not supposed to be Oblivious, but it could be fine as Oblivious. He's got some Taunters. It is meant to be Regenerator, and I didn't check that before, so I'm glad I'm doing this now. Slack off, Calm Mind, Psyshock, Skull, just dual stab. Just hits his team ridiculously hard, honestly, and Calm Mind with this coverage is just really good. I thought about running Future Sight, but I opted to have Recovery from Slack Off on there. Nasty Plot's also a decent option, which is actually probably better. I don't really need Calm Mind. I don't really need the Spadef boost, so we'll run Nasty Plot instead, because then I get a harder hit off. And then Darmanitan, I'm bringing my patented Sub-Select Belly Drum set, which absolutely obliterates stall teams, and I'm hoping that it'll do the same here. All I need to have happen is Skarmory's Sturdy needs to be broken. And then from there, as long as I can outspeed things, I win the game. That's all there is to it. So I'm hoping that he won't have a Scarfer, and that he can't break my sub with anything, and then we're good from there, really. I can set up a sub on probably... I don't know what I'd want to set up a sub on necessarily, but... there are a few things, potentially, that I could set up a sub on. I'm not sure what he would be scared of me doing. Like, Skarmory, maybe, I could probably set up a sub on. I'd be scared of him whirlwinding me after that, though, so I don't know if I'd be able to belly drum. But we'll see if we can get it in, see if we can get it going. Dusclops might be good for that. Wobbuffet would be an issue, of course, because he can probably just Encore me. After I set up the sub, he might counter. If I can catch him countering twice, then I'll be fine, but otherwise I'm screwed. And yeah, so max speed on the Dharm, 2 speed tie with Arcanine, max attack, Jolly, a little bit of defense. I didn't want to put it in HP because I need an odd or even value of HP to proc the Slackberry when I want to, so there you go. Zapdos, I'm running reasonably offensive Zapdos with Defog, HP Ice, Thunderbolt, and Roost with a Charty Berry. This eats like Continental Crush from Lando. Should eat a Continental Crush from Lando at neutral at the very least. It's not going to eat +2. That's the only rock coverage I could see coming. Really? Excuse me. I didn't really have a better option, but yeah, Zapdos is a very offensive Zapdos, and it can sort of pressure his team quite well. Opted out of Volt Switch for Defog because he's got T-Spikes and Spike Stack, which could be a big problem. And then last but not least is Drake bringing a Bulk Up, Rest, Crunch, Drain Punch, Scrafty with Shed Skin. So Shed Skin is a 33% chance to activate every turn, Cure Status, so in theory, each turn, instead of rolling with Sleep Talk to wake up, or sorry, to roll with Sleep Talk for a move, I'm rolling essentially to wake up each turn. So again, not the end of the world, but it can also help out for Toxic and stuff like that. That could be quite annoying. Yeah, the Dual Stab just kind of tears through his team. Aromatisse is the biggest problem with that. Again, I don't have a good Fairy Killer, so I kind of have to play around Aromatisse a little bit better. Excuse me. Because I'm not Intimidate, I'm running a physically defensive set. Mostly because he doesn't have good special offense on his team, really. It's mostly physical. He's been running Calm Mind Mega Absol to make up for that, but I don't think that he can roll with that because he needs Play Rough on the Mega Absol to be able to beat my Scrafty just from sitting in front of him. So that's what's going on there. Just like fully bulk. I don't really need the attack investment because I'm running bulk up. Yes, there you go. That's the Scrafty set. So in terms of what I'm not bringing, Mimikyu was definitely on the list. I think that Pex is a problem for it, unfortunately, because Mimikyu can deal with a lot of stuff on his team, especially if I have Woodhammer for Quagsire, like Drain Punch, Woodhammer, Play Rough, Sword Stance kind of set. I'm really worried about Pex just sort of like hazing in front of it though. Registeel is bad, and it's like my only way to get a hit on. It's my only way to beat fairies, and unfortunately, it's not good against Flygon, Lando, or Arcanine, and I can't reliably set rocks against him with Absol like switching in on Registeel so easily. So yeah, it's not coming. Mienshao was a thought, but Skarmory sits in front of it. Toxapex, it doesn't get a good way to hit Toxapex at all. I don't know. It could have been like Lando Lure, but just really didn't see it coming. Tangela. The only reason I would bring Tangela is to beat the Quagsire. Yeah, I don't know, man. He could be like Flyzy Lando, and that would be a problem. Tangela it doesn't have a matchup here, if I'm being honest with you guys. It just doesn't. And then Wishiwashi, I was actually considering bringing Banded Wishiwashi to sort of tear through his team a little bit, but I opted to go with the Nasty Plot Slowking instead. So that's going to be it for me, guys. That is our team builder for the PTL Week 9, taking on HungryBidoof and his Anjo Absols, and I will catch you guys for the match.